Our first guest, my goodness, what can you say about this man? He's a cook extraordinaire, certainly manager extraordinaire, former wrestler extraordinaire. On occasion, he will once again don the tights, but only for very, very special reasons. Would you please welcome, certainly the one and only, Captain Lou Albano. Soda there, Lou.
Excuse me, pardon my lordship. I know you're a little high class.
It was that good, huh?
Oh, delicious. Got a little more?
I don't know. I think we're fresh out now.
All right, if you need a little Christmas spirit in that, that'll straighten that out.
Well, since Christmas is over, we'll have to wait for next year. But nonetheless,
I dropped some weight, Vinny. I dropped it from my chest to my belly.
You dropped what?
Oh, yeah. First time I've been able to see my feet in about 5 years. I said my feet.
How do they look?
Not bad. A couple of toenails need a little clipping. So how you been, Vinny?
Fine, Capper. You have lost quite a bit of weight.
Yeah, I lost it, but I don't know. My belly found it.
Protrusion, though.
Yeah, that kind of tundrous stomach of mine. It's a beauty, isn't it?
It's
a lot of money, lordship, to raise that. You know, that's gone through a lot of food, baby. I'd like to have $1 for every pumpernickel sandwich I put in there with salami and rye. You know what I mean? I had the whole thing. Look right in there. Look at that.
What about the cookie mixture?
Well, as you know, I'm a cookie master. You know what I did here before on your show? It's such a prestigious show. And,
yes.
You know what happened in your case.
Yes, I do.
What you said?
That's only because you did not vote for Lou for best vocal performance.
Voted for
Lou,
Nikolai
remember
Volkov.
that.
I haven't voted
We're
yet.
going to take you now, Lou, to some videotape footage in which you were just, well, we'll just take you to the footage. It was a bit of a surprise for all of us, I think. Let's go now to the videotape.
Watch this, Lordship. Pay attention.
Davy Boy Smith and the Dynamite Kid, the British Bulldogs. A little consultation going on here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement from the Dynamite Kid and Davy Boy Smith. They want you all to be the first to know that they now have a manager. And they want me to introduce their manager. Here he is, Captain Lou Albano.
Listen to the fans. Lou. Where is he? There's a good look at the capper. Now this man has made more tag team champions than any manager in the history of professional wrestling.
I think a very wise choice of the English Bulldogs because the captain has had more champions than anybody else, and I think that he can guide these two, and I think don't be surprised if you don't see these two getting a crack at the title. And with Lou Albano behind them, I'm telling you they can do it. To me, these are two of the best conditioned athletes. They have such phenomenal wrestling moves in that ring. They're both exceptionally strong. They have all the tools to be champions, and given the opportunity, I think that they can do it.
Look at that maneuver, would you please, by the Dynamite Kid. Mr. X with a shoulder block, nicely performed there. Off the rope, Dynamite Kid goes up top. Right back at him now. Oh, look at that. Tag is made now to Davy Boy. We'll meet the Menace, who's making his first appearance.
Well, we'll see what kind of a menace he's going to be with these guys. Billy Smith in there now, 250-pounder.
Davy Boy over the Menace. Right back at him now. Leapfrog, hits the ropes, right back. Look at that maneuver, would you? From behind. Nicely done. I've never seen that before.
Well, it was very good because it drove the Menace right down on his face. And look at this. These guys, they move so quick. They are so lightning fast. I'll tell you, they just impress the heck out of me.
The Menace turning into Davy Boy. Davy Boy now shoved off to the rope. Menace drop kicking it.
Oh, that was a nice maneuver by the Menace. That was a very nice executed drop kick. And I mean, he really got Smith right up just up on the face.
Double headbutt, that'll take its toll. So many times we've seen the headbutt from the top rope. By just watch a suplex. Quickest suplex, I think, in professional wrestling.
Nobody can execute it with such phenomenal speed like the Dynamite Kid. It's just unbelievable. Now what? Look at this move.
Davy Boy, drive. the Menace down to the canvas in the power slam. And Dynamite now trying to set up the Menace, whips him to the far side. Oh my, what a clothesline. The British Bulldogs, I would think, sensing victory right about now. The Menace and Mr. X unable. Uh-oh, look what are they doing here.
Oh, look at
Look at this, all the way from the top rope. Can it be done? Yes! Number 1, 2, and 3. My goodness, a sensational victory by the British Bulldogs, along with their manager now, Captain Lou Albano.
All right. Well, Capper, certainly you have managed. What is it now? I lose track of.
Maybe I've had 15 tag team champions, and when I sit here talking to you, I know you're a man that knows the wrestling sport well, being perhaps the most prominent announcer or commentator or member of the wrestling family in the business today. And with the lordship next to me,
and
former wrestler in his own right, I know he knows that in tag team combinations, you've got to have that word that I so often spell, conguty, C-O-N-G-U-T-Y, which means togetherness. All right, okay, togetherness. As you know, I film all my matches in entirety. I've pointed this out several times. I believe I have the combination for winning tag team championships. They have to be quick tags. You've got to look for a team that has that, again, that togetherness. They're not in too long. They're in, they're out, they move. I film, I point out weaknesses. This is vital. I'm not a trainer. I have a series of trainers that train my champions.
in other words, it's do as you say, not as you do. I mean,
Not as I
training.
do.
Right.
Not as I do. I'm not going to put them on that unborn virgin goat's milk diet and all that stuff.
That's all.
My men train. They're on a rigid, low-carbohydrate diet. They're in the weight room 3 to 4 times a week. They jog.
All right,
they
well,
run. You can see the condition of the English Bulldogs.
When we return, we're going to talk about some single competition and one of your favorite pupils, I would think, in George the Animal Steel. But right now, let's go back to tag teams. Now, perhaps it was your experience when you became a tag team champion yourself, Mr. Albano, that really catapulted you into sort of this ambiance of being the greatest manager in tag team championship history. Your partner at that time was
Tony Altamari.
Tony Altamari.
We were noticed as Sicilians, and we won a Midwestern Tag Team Championship and a World Championship from the Kangaroos back in Chicago in Comiskey Park back around 1959, 1960.
Mm-hmm. Now, how was it that, as far as Tony was concerned, that you fancy yourself as a great tag team combination, a good one? Was Tony a good partner?
Tony was an excellent partner. Tony was very good. He was also a very good speaker, was able to go in there and negotiate different contracts for us. And as you know, Tony Altamore, his honesty is beyond reproach.
Yes.
He is a man that negotiated many lucrative contracts where I've always gotten my end. And
Well,
as I...
all right, Mr. Albano didn't.
No.
So that was your first experience doing tag
That was
team?
my first experience.
All right.
I was initiated to tag team combinations.
We're going to take you on tour where you might see Captain Lou Albano somewhere in the World Wrestling Federation, after which we'll be joined by George the Animal Steel. Now you're back with more TNT. Lou Albano, George the Animal Steel, I would think. You've managed some unusual talent, you being a little bit eccentric in your own right. You've managed some very unusual talents, but I would think that George the Animal Steel has to be the single most unusual talent you've ever managed.
Well, I don't know if he's unusual. I believe he's one of the greatest, most vicious, ferocious wrestlers in the world today, and I believe he's definitely misunderstood. Let's put it
He's misunderstood.
Misunderstood by many people, and now realizing that the fans are behind him. And I want you to know this. I've been assured by George Steele and all of Worldwide Wrestling Federation that they would get behind the captain this year in knocking out multiple sclerosis, a dreaded disease contracted by more than 2 million people. I want you to know that. The animal, along with the Bulldogs and Andre, and especially the champion, he said, Capper, he said, we'll be in the corner. Let's knock this old ugly disease out. He said, believe me, you know about ugly. He goes, look at this face. I know about ugly, baby.
But, again, as far as George Steele is concerned.
As far as George Steele, as I said, when he was a child.
How do you account for the green... A child?
As a child.
He was a child.
Yes, he was a child. He had a football injury. Lacerated his tongue. They put a clavicle rubber tubing into his tongue with a steel plate. This mended and talked. The man talked with a lisp. Felt misunderstood. The kids in school made fun of him. He felt that he was held back. He was embarrassed. So he came out into the ring and people would boo and then taunt and haunt him, and he was misunderstood. Now realizing that the people, you people out there, love him. George is related to you people. He's kind of, he's at home now. He feels wanted, he feels loved, and he is understood.
Notwithstanding his speech impediment, I would think that the reason that the kids in school made fun of him was because of his green tongue.
Well, that's a personal matter, the green tongue. We don't discuss it at this time. He has had his tongue tattooed, you know.
Oh.
Okay, all right.
Would you please welcome George, the Animal,
yes.
Steele?
He's a little loose.
Have a seat if you would, Mr. Steele.
Nice, George. Sit, George.
Mr. Albano, how many ruffles are there actually in the
He's got
back?
7.
Seven
They're called
ruffles in the...
Plethoric ruffles.
What kind?
This is a plethoric. This is a throwback from Neanderthal man. Look behind the neck here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 2 slight, look at it, like dimples in the back of the ruff.
Hey!
What kind of ruffles were those again?
Plethoric ruffles.
Plethoric
It's
ruffles.
significant of a man's strength. You see the size? George has a 23 3/4 neck.
That's a big one.
He's
yeah.
got a size 8 3/4 head, of course, to go with it. So, you know, the man is nothing but strength. He's animalistic tendencies, yes. Schizophrenic, yes. A little bit suicidal, yes. Homicidal, yes. But, huh, George? Toy? Huh? Roddy
well-
Piper? Chic? Piper?
Uh-oh.
See? There you go.
Hi, Scott.
Hey!
Well, we'd like to take you back to some footage that was shown recently,
right ahead.
courtesy of NBC, and you will see this was a very unusual set of circumstances for you. Liz now is, as she always does, she's leading the Macho Man into the ring and sits on the rope, holds the rope, and now you can see that the Macho Man's having a conversation, and there, look,
Okay.
look at this.
Okay.
Now look,
I see it. I was right there. I see what happened. First of all, Liz is a wonderful person.
yes,
She's-
but look,
okay.
look. I mean,
I believe that the Macho Man is
Nice.
using that woman. I'm not
Yes.
going to sit here. I'm going to tell you.
excuse me one second. What'd you say?
Nice!
All right, George. Easy, George. Easy, George. No. No, George. No.
Nice!
Wait, George. Wait. I believe that the Macho Man is using that woman. He's abusing the number one, which is wrong. I'm not sitting here to preach or anything else, but you can't go out there and you can't humiliate and abuse a woman to that extent, or to any extent. He's wrong for doing what he's doing, and I believe I'm going to use one of my men, basically George Steele, to get back at this Macho Man.
Well, it seems to me that George Steele. Seems to me that George, there seems to be some sort of infatuation. I mean, George Steele, he's smitten with Elizabeth.
He's human.
He's
She's
human.
a beautiful woman. She's a good person. But
Nice.
again, she must be under the hypnotic trance of this Macho Man. So we've got to get rid of this Macho Man. Maybe this is the man that can do it. We're going to try.
Well, here's a good look at,
Lovely person.
I guess, the lady of his life.
Liz. Well, George, you call it with
Manager
that.
of,
Easy.
Kerwin, can you
not
pick
for
this
you.
up? There we go. There's a good look at,
He was attracted right from the beginning, but he saw Liz and he was attracted. But again,
all right, and we would like to present this, then, if we may, would you like to have this?
picture.
Oh, nice! Nice!
Okay. There's a definite attraction, Vince.
But let me ask you, is this, I mean, you wouldn't
Hey!
want the animal's feelings hurt.
Sushi!
No, I believe
Sushi.
she's a fine woman. I mean, she's again a nice woman, but she's very misunderstood, very much misguided.
Is this
and we've got
a
to straighten this out.
one-sided relationship, or do you think Elizabeth cares about George?
I personally don't. George feels she cares about him. I personally don't feel. I feel Elizabeth is under hypnotic trance of this Macho Man
Do you
who's
think-
a complete half-wit idiot.
Nice!
Do you think then that the animal's feelings are destined to be hurt?
I would say so. Perhaps she has some compassion in her heart for the animal, realizing that this man is a good human being, and she may feel a compassion towards him. But not to the love extent. Let's put it that way.
Mr. Steele?
Nice!
Mr. Steele, could we have your attention just for a moment?
George.
Mr. Steele, have you ever been in love before?
Nice!
See, I don't think he knows the understanding of love, actually. It's understanding to him, it's kindness. it's being nice to him, and to him that's love. And perhaps Elizabeth just had that look, and he felt that she accepted him and understood him.
Understood him?
Understood him to a point, yes. I believe she kind of realizes that he's a
So
good
you
man at heart.
think that there is something...
Like George!
Well, I don't know
Elizabeth
if there
is like George?
Likes George!
She likes George. Have you dated her? Have you been close to her?
No way, nothing to that extent. No, George.
Mr. Albano,
no, George.
I
Not
think maybe
for
we're
you.
finding something out here that you don't know about. I think...
She weak!
No, she wait.
Ah. Hey, all right. Okay, all right.
Nice!
All right, we'll be back as we continue with Corporal Kirchner. Stay with us.
Nice!
Yes, nice, George. Our next guest, former member of the 82nd Airborne in the United States Army, and certainly has brought those significant talents into the world of the World Wrestling Federation, has done exceedingly well for himself, despite somewhat of a lack of experience, comparatively speaking. Would you please welcome our next guest, Corporal Kirchner. How are things with the Corporal?
To be honest with you, Mr. McMahon, not very well.
No?
Some things are going good, and it's about a recent match that I had.
You're,
It's called a peace match, a match where two men get in the ring, are supposed to wrestle clean tactics, and the better man is supposed to win. And I was dumb enough to get myself involved, dumb enough to trust myself into believing that a Russian, mainly Nikolai Volkov, would abide by the rules of the game, which he didn't.
Well, it was there for quite a while, quite a scientific match. I think it was displaying both your scientific skills as well as those of Mr. Volkov's. And, you know, what can you say? I mean, you were just lulled into that particular situation. I think everyone was a bit suspect, and as we chatted before the match, you two were suspect going into the match. But certainly I think Volkov convinced everyone that this was going to be a scientific match. And all of a sudden, of course, he turned on you. And I wonder if we have that footage. We're going to show you that footage now in a few moments of Corporal Kirchner squaring off against Nikolai Volkov. The setting is Tampa, Florida, and we thank NBC for this footage. Saturday night's main event. So let's take you now to the peace match.
This is Vince McMahon along with Jesse Ventura back in Tampa, Florida, and we are ready for the matchup. Corporal Kirchner now against Nikolai Volkov. Volkov with much more experience. Kirchner has not been in the WWF all that long. Clean break by Nikolai Volkov. That's the way he said it was going to be. Really to prove his scientific skills as compared to those and contrasted to those of course, Corporal Kirchner.
I think we're also going to have to see, McMahon, who is the most honest here. We got to see if honesty prevails in this bout.
Honesty.
Honesty, if they both keep it scientific.
Well, Kirchner is a real rugged individual. And with his military background, it'll be interesting to see just how well he can... All right, Nikolai Volkov, tight waist, nice maneuver. Nice takedown by Volkov. Front hook the elbow, nice roll. Nice maneuver there into the armbar. Kirchner in control. Volkov trying to make his way back to his feet now. Kirchner standing side headlock, grinds it out on the big Russian, takes him over to him. Nicely done, Jesse.
Very nicely done, McMahon. Hey, I call it like it is.
Shoulders on the canvas, two.
Now, if you'll notice, too, Nikolai Volkov did not pull any trunks on that either, McMahon.
I didn't see it, you're right.
No, he didn't.
Thus far, it's 50-50 right down the line. Volkov trying to power out. Kirchner should not test him here. Volkov so powerful.
This is Volkov's advantage. He's got about 40 or 50 pounds on Kirchner, and I believe he's definitely more stronger.
Sheik and Freddie Blassie looking on, and I don't believe that the Iron Sheik has any reason at all to be at ringside. Look at this. Test of strength. I can't believe how strong Kirchner is.
I can't believe this. Where is he getting that from?
Kirchner holding his own with a powerful Russian Volkov.
Rocking back and forth, top wrist lock. Referee right there, up against the rope.
Now we got to see on some honesty. Hey, we got it.
I think Volkov intentionally back to the rope there.
Intentionally.
Which is not to say it's an illegal maneuver. It's just to say that I think he was surprised at the strength of Kirchner.
Might well be, McMahon.
Quickly behind, Volkov takes him down again. Rolls him up. Look at that bridge.
Beautiful.
Oh, that was nice. So thus far, Nikolai Volkov.
You know, McMahon, seeing a bridge like that, now I know why there's not much hair on the top of Nikolai's head.
That may be one reason. From behind, nice maneuver. Kirchner hooks the head, throws him up. It's going to be a pin. No, only one. Quite a maneuver on the part of Volkov to take the momentum right on over. Standing side headlock once again. Kirchner trying to grind it out a bit.
So far this peace match, we've had all clean breaks. I can't believe it, McMahon. Even I'm amazed. Look at another one.
There's another one, yes, sir. Again, this, I believe, have been told that it's a direct result of a handshake there.
Wow.
And this is a good example of certainly what two participants representing countries can do in athletic competition. Thus far, it's a great match. Sheik and Blassie, not exactly looking for the ankle now. Volkov, nice maneuver. A kick by Corporal Kirchner, scoots up a bit. Oh, look at that. Shoulder block by Big Volkov. Going for the ropes again. Kirchner this time sends him to the rope and up. Yes, nice takedown. Volkov not expecting that at all. Kirchner sidestepping him.
Well, what Kirchner's doing here, and on that last move, McMahon, he used Volkov's weight against himself on that. A good leverage move, and now chicken winged into a hammerlock.
Volkov trying to scoop. Look at that small package. That'll do it. One. We have two. No. Wow. Powerful Nikolai Volkov kicking out of the small package. You don't often see that. Against the rope now. Another clean break. No, that was not a clean break. That's, oh, come on now. Volkov off the rope. Drops a knee. Scoots him up. Up. Now, wait a minute, Jesse. You can't tell me that's fair and square.
Well, I'm going to be honest, McMahon. I tell it like it is. Volkov nailed him off the ropes. I'll give you that.
He what?
He nailed him in the ropes when he should have broke clean.
That was just the start of it. Kirchner's hot. Kirchner is really hot. Kirchner on the Sheik as well. Hammering away. Scoops up to Sheik. Slams him down the canvas. Volkov hammered away. Look at this. Kirchner better watch himself. Double team going. Oh, my. Whoa. Kirchner is hot. He's angry, justifiably so. Well, that was the so-called peace match, or the challenge by Nikolai Volkov.
So-called peace match. That's what I'm so hot about. I went into that match. I tried hard. I tried to represent us well. Well, you just see what those people are about, and I know how to handle myself in the future dealing with this man. Just because we're going back to the combat zone, Mr. McMahon, and it is going to be war this time.
So you would like to have another opportunity then?
Oh, no doubt about it. Him, his partner, Freddie Blassie, anytime, anywhere, any place that I can get my hands on him. More than welcome, any type of conditions. Both of them, singular, I'm hot. I mean, there's a thrill of victory and agony of defeat. I don't like my neck going over a rope and 300-pound man coming down on it.
Well, it's one thing if you're looking for that, and of course you were not.
I don't call that scientific, but I know where he's coming from. I should have known where he's coming from.
Well, I guess you had to be kind of on edge the whole match, but then again, it was clean break after clean break.
Clean break, handshake, scientific. We did some nice maneuvers, and that was the end.
So you're looking forward to an opportunity to kind of...
More than looking forward to it.
All right. Okay, well, we would like to wish you all the best of luck in your endeavor to sort of settle the score with Nikolai Volkov.
Oh, it's going to be settled. One of us is going. Maybe to both of them.
We'll be back as we continue with Lady Wrestler Candace Pardue. Best of luck to you, Corporal.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Back with more TNT, and between Lord Alfred Hayes and myself, lady wrestler Candace Pardue. And you haven't been wrestling all that long, have you?
No, sir.
And you're from where?
Heath Springs, South Carolina.
Heath Springs.
Yes.
Heath Springs, South Carolina must be close to someone out there from Heath Springs? I don't think so. Surely you put us on. Heath Springs must be close to what town in South Carolina? What major metropolis?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Close to Charlotte, North Carolina. All right,
In
okay.
Columbia.
And you've been lifting for some time, I understand.
8 years.
And your best lift is what?
About 200 on the bench press.
200 on the bench.
Yes.
All right. Is the bench your best lift, or squats, or deadlifts, or what?
I squat about 300. Deadlift about 315.
315 on the dead?
Golly, that's good.
These are lifts that, Alfred, you wish you had achieved, right? Back in your heyday, Alfred? Or?
I could do 300 pounds. I did 100 pounds 3 times.
100 pounds 3 times. That's not exactly what Candace is gonna do here for us, I don't think. Well, you want to, Alfred? Why don't you hold the mic here, unaccustomed as you are to doing that, and Candace, why don't you give us a little demonstration here on the bench? I'll spot you.
Okay.
And we'll go from there. All right.
Okay.
And then after that, I'm going to ask you to, well, you'll see. Why don't you jump on the bench there?
Okay.
You're putting these wraps around the wrist for a little support, I assume?
Yes.
Alfred, do you know how to handle that now?
Yeah, sure, I think so. At least I hope so. Candace is just taking up her position there.
How wide a grip do you use, Candace?
This wide.
You're kidding. That is a wide grip. Why so wide?
I'm going to bring Bart in as far.
Candace is taking a hold of that. I think we'll have a little hush here so as we don't spoil
When you're
her.
ready, just let me know.
All right.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Okay.
All right.
All right. 2, 3, 4. Wow! Wow! 4 times. That was fantastic.
That was terrific. How much weight do you have there?
185.
About 185? Okay, terrific. Repping out with 185. I'm not too sure that there are many gentlemen out in the audience that can do that. But speaking of that, there was a gentleman who raised his hand when we asked earlier on for a volunteer. And what we would like is for you to walk over here and sit down in that little chair, face the audience if you would. And now there was a gentleman raising his hand. I believe you said your name was Alan, sir, correct? Yes, sir. And Alan, what we have here is a situation of, do you know anything about arm wrestling?
No.
You know nothing about it, all right? Some people call it wrist wrestling. Well, Candace may teach you a little something. Why don't we have a little challenge here? Candace and Alan, what's your last name?
Abelson.
Abelson. We're going to find out just how able you are. Let's step over here. Have a seat. And this should be somewhat of Alfred, you're on my cord. I'll tell you what, I'll walk around this way. Boy, no matter where you go, I'm telling you, it's same story all the time. All right, here we go. And this is, do you know anything about this?
Nothing at all.
You don't know too much, do you? Okay, fine. All right, fine. Get a little closer look. And we'll line up the wrist here. Yeah, it's a good idea for the rings to come off. Excellent idea.
Looks a bit like the junkyard dog.
All right, we're going to try right-handed here. The junkyard dog. Okay. All righty. Yeah, you don't know too much about this. Look at it, sinking it right in there. Well, let's get these elbows up a little closer now if we can. That looks just about right. And you keep your, all right about in there. Now make sure you stay down in the chair, okay? And when I count to 3, then we're going to find out who's the stronger of the two. Are we ready? Oh, wait a minute. Well, when I count to 3.
Whoa.
1, 2, 3. All right, look at this. Look at this. All right, Alan.
Hey.
All right. Alan's a strong dude, I'll tell you. Don't know anything about this. All the way around here.
I think he's cheating a little bit.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait just a minute.
You can't do that.
No.
You're pushing against the table.
Wait a minute. You were cheating. You were cheating. You were cheating.
Yes, was he ever cheat?
All right, as a result, here's the winner. right, back with more TNT, and our next guest is, well, he's always been a little unusual, but certainly you can't deny the man's record as far as wins and losses concerned in the World Wrestling Federation. He's an incredible athlete, but a little different. Would you please welcome Adrian Adonis and his manager, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Have a seat, Adrian. How are things?
Just smashing.
Things are smashing.
These days I am rather dashing.
Yes, you look a whole lot different.
Well, for a long time now, I've actually done what I've wanted all through life. Mm-hmm. You know, all through life I've done what I wanted. I've taken candy away from babies. I've went into bars and just mowed the whole place down.
Yes.
I fought and I have done everything. So now, what do I feel like doing? What is my really self? Well, here it is, myself, right here. Right here, on USA, right here. Here I am.
I must say, Mr. Adonis, that whatever it is you're doing, it brings you a great deal of success in the ring, in the squared circle.
Oh.
Does that have an odor to it?
Please.
Well, we're going to take you now to a Piper's Pit, which was conducted recently. And you and Roddy get along quite well, don't you?
He's a good man.
He is, okay, right. We'll take you now to Piper's Pit. Adrian Adonis now in Piper's Pit. Let's go to the tape.
We have a very different guest. Well, Jimmy the Vault.
Hey, baby.
How are you?
Big surprises for you today, Roddy, baby.
Tell me.
Oh, I want it to be a big surprise, baby, because right now, stepping out from behind your little set here, baby, is the adorable Adrian Adonis. The new Adrian Adonis, baby.
The new Adrian?
Get him ready, Roddy.
The new Adrian. I know the old Adrian.
He's on his way. He's on his way, baby. I want everybody to stand up right now, Roddy. Can you get them standing up?
Standing? Yeah, they'll stand. Yeah. Adrian. Hello. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
I am fine. Sit down, please. Have a seat. You got bows in your hair.
Well, let me tell you something. I've been rough and tough and mean all my life, and I can wear exactly what I want. I did jump out of the closet, and there was no brooms behind me.
You jumped out of the closet?
Definitely so. You understand? I am from New York City. I can do exactly what I want. I feel so much like Adrian Adonis with all this in my hair, this splendor, this charisma, and these beautiful colors.
You wear that with your leather jacket?
The leather jacket is going to be retired. This is a Hall of Famer.
Can I have it?
Yes.
Oh, I love you. Thank you.
It appeared to me, Mr. Adonis, that it appeared to me in Piper's Pit that you were trying to make a statement of some kind.
Well, first of all, here, all the people think they're funny by laughing. Look at all of them out there. Now, every one of them's got a funny top lip. They can all play the banjo. They don't know how to get to one town from another. They do know how to get on the bus, but they forget the transfer. So you have no right to laugh at what I am, or what I like to do, or where I like to go, or where I like to hang out. And I'm gonna say something right now and admit it right now. Everybody wants to hear it, and I'm gonna say it. Yes, I'm gay.
You did it, baby. Beautiful, baby. It's for me.
So settle down, girls.
All right, fine. Whatever. We're going to take you now to, well, we're going to take you to a commercial. Now's a good time to go to a commercial. And after which we're going to join Adrian. I understand you brought along someone.
Yes, I did. Jack Darling.
Jack, okay. We'll be back with Jack. TNT, Adrian Adonis and Jimmy Hart, along with the... Hi.
Hi.
Meet Jack.
Hi, Jack. How you doing?
Jack Darling.
Hi, Jack.
My last name.
I'd shake hands. We got my right hand holding the microphone. What are we gonna do here now?
Well, we're gonna make this gorgeous man even more beautiful because he deserves it and he can be, right?
Now, Adrian, is this everyday wear or is this?
Special occasion and just show everybody across the United States what I want to do.
Okay. All right.
All right. The first thing we're going to do is put on a little bass because we can improve nature's perfection easily with
Oh, it's going to be tough.
You're going to like this. You're going to look like you came from Florida. Just a little bit, not too much, because we don't want your fans to not recognize you.
Fans.
Oh, you have thousands of fans.
There's a fan. There's a fan.
Your biggest fan. Your biggest fan.
All right, there we go.
This won't burn his eyes.
Oh, no, darling, this is perfect.
Burn his eyes?
This is perfect.
Non-allergenic.
All right, Max Factor, eat your heart out. Okay. Now, there's the bass. Then we got to do a little
So
color.
far, I must say, I don't see
Beautiful
too
blue
much.
eyes. Close those eyes. There we go. All right.
A little up the note. No,
All
I
right,
guess not.
all right. There we go.
Maybe.
Perfect.
All right, well,
This goes
whatever.
very nice with your hair, let me tell you.
Okay, maybe in the
Beautiful. All right.
underneath.
Now, next we're going to do is...
How long have you known Adrian?
Oh, quite a while. Long enough. Shh, don't you tell him anything. All right, now we're going to do a little bit of lift here, little Joan Crawford lifts. All right, to the
I have the shoulders, don't I?
You've got him, you've got him. You've got the talent, too. Make her die. For
Mother dearest, go down the drain.
Next.
1995.
Next, we're going to put on a little glitter.
1995. Just like the Beatles, just like the Stones, I am ahead of my time, Vince.
Yeah, I'd say so. And
All right. Now we're going to match that beautiful green bow in your hair with a little green glitter. Now close your eyes, lean back, and...
Jimmy, watch if he doesn't come.
Okay.
Okay.
Hearts,
I like
uh,
the
okay,
pink. What about
want
the
the
pink? I
pink?
like the pink. The
Want a
pink.
little pink in
He's a
there?
good judge.
The
He's a
pink.
good judge.
All right, we'll
Oh,
smear
beautiful.
right out there. Look at
Beautiful,
those
Adrian.
eyes. You look
Are
like
you,
to 10.
are you learning anything in here, Mr. Hart?
I can always remember. But
There
look
we
at this. A
go.
little bit
There we go. Oh,
Ooh.
God, macho man, eat your heart out.
You know, it feels really nice going on.
You like that?
Yes, yes, it does.
You can leave this on all day, all night. You can go
Beautiful.
dancing.
Look at this. The
Look
pink
at
is
this.
gorgeous.
Look at
Adrian.
this.
The pink is
There's
gorgeous.
sort of a swish to it when you put it on, isn't
Just
there?
a slight little switch
I'd
there.
say.
All
Yes.
right. Now we need a little color.
Oh, I bet you. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it.
Break his face.
I can't wait to see it.
Won't break his face.
You keep your eyes closed until all this is done,
Yes.
and you open them up, and
Yeah,
then
yes.
you
I
experience.
just like the big
All right. Now
surprise.
listen, we're just gonna bring
It's like
this up
Santa
here.
Claus having a heart
There
attack.
we go. There we go. There we go.
Hey,
Oh,
this is
there we
great.
go.
This is great.
Oh, I may have been born yesterday, but I've been up all night.
Have you?
Oh, there. Now, purse those pretty lips. Just purse them. There we go.
Beautiful,
There.
Yeah.
There we go.
What a pucker! What a pucker!
What do you think? Huh?
What do you think?
Just wait a minute.
Put the
Just
scarves, the
Give it to this.
scarves.
Give it to this. Oh, yes. Put that scarf back
Come on,
on.
Watch his
Adrian.
hair. Watch his hair. Watch his hair.
Now, here's something you can do. If you want to try this sometime, this is lovely on your hair.
Oh, that is lovely, isn't it?
St. Patrick's Day, no less, eh?
Oh,
Isn't that nice?
the 17th of March. I'll remember it.
Watch his eyes. Watch his eyes. Watch his eyes.
Adrian, best of luck to you in the future.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you. Goodbye.
So long. So long, you.
You look wonderful.
Right, okay. Adrian Adonis, take it. There he is, Adrian Adonis. Yes, there he is. Adorable Adrian. Yes. Okay, Adrian. Back to more TNT. And for those of you who'd like to follow Adrian a little bit more, Adrian is, well, he's not on the cover, thank goodness, of the new magazine, but he is on the inside, and there's a good look at Adrian along with the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, and we'll be following the new Adrian Adonis, no doubt, in weeks to come. He's something else, Alfred.
I was astonished, to say the least. And you were shocked, I know.
Absolutely.